Hi, I'm Jenny Seal, and I want to share with you 7 essential qualities of a leader. Now, why this is important to kind of pause and reflect on this is if you are in business for yourself and you are looking for leaders, specifically in the direct sales world, when you're looking for leaders, it's important to know what you're looking for. And it's also important to kind of step back and pause and reflect on what are the qualities that you might need to hone or work on in yourself. So what I did was I took the information that I drew from a leadership call that I participated on recently. And then I took some time and kind of reflected on what I felt were important leadership qualities for me when I'm working with leaders, or what I think a leader should have, what those qualities might be. And then of course I did some research, because that's what I do. I did some thorough research because your time is valuable, and if you're going to take the time to listen to the information, I want you to know that it has been thoroughly researched and gone over. So without further ado, these are 7 qualities that are great to have as a leader for yourself, or when you are looking for potential prospects. Number 1, when someone has the ability to set goals and go for them. This is essential, especially in the direct sales world. You're not punching a time clock. There's no one holding you accountable except for yourself. So one needs to be able to have that inner grit, to have that inner fortitude to say, these are my goals, this is what I'm going for, and I'm going to do it. That's essential, right? You need that inner motivation to be successful. Number 2, be a constant learner. Leaders continuously learn, research, hone their skills all of the time through, whether it be with technology, or maybe it's learning to how better to communicate through your social media post. Perhaps it's with talking with potential prospects. How can we learn better ways to do that? You need to also be able to, with learning, sometimes comes in the form of constructive feedback. And that's okay. We don't always all get it right all the time. That's all right. Failure is the fantastic way to learn. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. However, we need to be able to be open to the idea, to hear the feedback, to say, have you ever thought about trying it this way? Or, you know what, this doesn't really seem to be working. How about we go at it from a different approach? Be coachable. Look for those people that are coachable, and be coachable within yourself. Number 3, resourceful. Any job that anyone takes on, especially at the beginning, there is a training phase, and there's going to be a lot of communication between the leader and the new individual, and that's normal and that's necessary. But as time goes on, it's important that the new individual, the new teammate, becomes independent from the leader. And when I say independent, I don't mean that there's no contact at all. It's simply that there is a confidence within that person, that the leader has instilled enough confidence and enough resources in them, and that the new prospect or the new teammate has done their homework too and tried to learn as much as possible so they can be independent. Therefore, then that person can move forward and duplicate that process with their new prospect as well. So be resourceful. Things like looking up information on your own, trying to ask around before you go to your leader. What have you done to try and find information on your own before you go to your leader? Just as an example of being resourceful. Number 4, a communicator. This is really important for so many different reasons on so many different levels. In the direct sales network marketing business, communication, it's essential. It's required. We have to be good readers, writers. We have to proofread. We have to be able to effectively communicate our thoughts and ideas in a positive way that's appealing to potential recruits, or that's effective when motivating and leading our teams. So someone who is well-spoken is certainly someone essential that you might want to have on your team, and someone that you might want to have a conversation with. It's important when you're communicating to validate successes and celebrate those. It's important to validate feelings because there can be, a roller coaster ride effect that goes along with being in this business and or any business for that matter. So it's important to really validate that person's feelings. And finally, I think really one of the biggest aspects of communicating is not saying anything at all. Listening. Listening is essential. We must listen and really hear what the person is saying. They will tell you what they need. If you're a leader, your team will tell you what they need. And that requires listening. That requires asking questions, hearing what they have to say. Ask another question, ask another question, ask another question. That goes for leading your team. That also goes for people who are potentially your prospects. I'm sure you've all had conversations with people and all they do is tell you what's going on in their life. It's constantly about them. They never put on the two-way street with communication and sharing information. They never ask you about how is your family, how's your job, how's your life going. You want people to have that genuine exchange and that comfortable exchange with going back and forth of sharing information and listening and asking questions. Okay, number 5. This is simple, flexible. Be flexible. There's no one way to do anything, so it's important to try different ways. Again, if it's not working, mix it up, change it up, be flexible. Then as a leader, you want someone that can work with a variety of personalities. There's so many different ways to run a direct sales business, and not everyone does it the same way. That's the beauty of the business. So, being able to coach a variety of personalities is really important. What motivates one person will not motivate the next. So you need to be flexible in your approaches. A commitment. Again, when looking with prospects, a level of commitment to themselves and to their business is necessary. So when I say a level of commitment, I mean showing up every day. And that can be different for everybody. That could be someone, maybe they work their business their entire day. It's their full-time job. Maybe it's part-time for a person. Maybe it's at your lunch hour and an hour after work. Maybe you get up early. Whatever that is for you to work your business, that's fine. It's quality over quantity, right? So, but you show up every day. You do something to move your business forward each day. That's important, to be consistent to yourself. Have that level of commitment. Attend those team meetings. Watch the live videos. Participate in conference calls when your leader has them. And also, attend the regional trainings and your annual sales event, your annual sales training, whenever that happens. For us, that's at Limelight Palooza. So, that's important to have that level of commitment there. Who are the people that are going to be able to give you that commitment? Those are the people that you want to reach out to. And finally, the last one is positivity. I think this is really, really important because the leader kind of sets the tone. They set the tone for the entire team, and, the positive energy, people feed off of that and they feel it. So you have to remain positive. Even when things are a little rocky, you have to remain positive. You have to look at things at the glass half full. Your enthusiasm is really contagious. So I know you all know people out there that are it's those people that you're drawn to. You just like to be around them. Why? Because they're happy people. They're positive people. They like to see things. They like to learn. They like to, grow as a person. They're positive individuals. Morale is really linked to positivity. And so it's just an essential quality of a leader. So I hope by talking through some of these things, these 7 essential leadership qualities are helpful to you when you are discussing Limelight as a business for someone. When you are trying to work on your own personal skills, refer back to this list and say, you know what, where are the areas that I need to kind of brush up a little bit, and try and work on those. We're all in this in this together. We're all encouraging and cheering each other on at the same time. So, use this list to your advantage. Take it and run with it. Whatever you do today, make it great. Bye, guys.